Well, guys, thanks for joining me. I'm Fat Uncle Nick. Today we'll be playing Railroad Corporation. This is gameplay video part 1. Let's get this started. Alright, so before we get this started, I want to give a quick shout out to my biggest supporters. If you want to see more great gaming content, check out Stu's Gaming Obsessions and Silent Synth Gaming. These guys are great, and you can find links to their channels in the description below. Alright, so Railroad Corporation. I've played about 9 hours, only in multiplayer mode. So we are going to attempt to play the campaign. Never ever played it. We're going to try. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, usually campaigns are pretty easy. So we're going to try this out. I think we'll do this is the main campaign. I don't have any downloadable content. So free DLC challenge here, some different challenges, new DLC. So yeah, I don't have any of this. But we're going to play the main campaign, Road to Success. Try out the game. I might buy the downloadable content if I like it. So let's get this started here. We'll try to do the first scenario. Not sure how long it's going to take. Maybe it's only one scenario. I don't know. So let's see. So campaign objectives have time limits. These limits make the campaign missions more challenging and provide you with more skill points as a reward. You spend skill points on permanent upgrades for your campaign in between missions. You can choose to turn time limits off, decreasing the difficulty of the game as a result. Warning: you can't turn the time limits off or back on during the campaign. Would you like to play with or without time limits? Well, I don't like pressure. Time limits equal pressure in my opinion. It lowers the difficulty, but it doesn't say it gives you no skill points. So I'm sure you still get skill points. You just don't get as much, probably. Imagine. So we'll turn them off. So I'll play without time limits. So let's get this started here. Alright, so tutorial. Looks like the first scenario. We'll probably just play this in this episode. The city of Baltimore has granted a budget for establishing a railroad connection to its neighboring cities. We are here to lay the first railroad in these lands to establish transport of cargo and passengers. So let's start the mission. So I haven't played this game in about a year, I would say. Maybe a year and a half. So I really don't remember how to do it. So let's see if we can figure it out here. Over here, this is flashing. We have over here, it says objective conditions. In the list on the left side of the screen, select the objective to see its conditions. Alright. Railroad construction. Start railroad construction mode. Connect Baltimore and Piedmont with a railroad. To build a railroad, launch construction mode. Click on respective button on the top right panel. WASD to move the camera. So let's check out the camera. Alright, real easy there. We're using mouse and keyboard. So, Railroad Baltimore Piedmont. Build a railroad connecting the two cities. Well, let's read this again here. So it looks like this symbol over here. Alright, I see it. It's flashing. Alright, so it looks like a Z to lay railroad. That's the hotkey for it. Let's look at where we're going here. Alright, so if I remember correctly, this game is really cool with how the things are simulated. So let's check this out real quick, since we don't have a time limit. This is a... oh man. I don't know what this place is. Let's see if we can click on it. Small farm. It looks like it takes... yeah, demands grain, 13 tons at a time. It can store 20. And its in stock is 0 out of 20 meat. It can haul, or it can send off 16 tons at a time. So production speed is 15 seconds. Population effect is 35. I really don't know how the mechanics work that well, but I do know that if we find a business that's in operation, that one's not in operation right now. If I can find one here, it is pretty sweet looking. So, if I remember correctly. So, for example, this tractor, not super sweet, I guess. It's supposed to be harvesting, looks like. Kind of just driving around. It goes over here and starts over. So, I remember seeing some pretty cool effects on this game. I don't know, this one's not the coolest, but it's kind of neat that things move around. I don't know when this game was released. I'll look that up eventually. Maybe I can do that right now. Yeah, I can. Check here. Alright, so this game was released in November 18th, 2019. So, pretty new game. Like I said, though, I haven't played it in a long time. So, it looks like Piedmont, demand and supply here. Demand is... Let's look at this city real quick. Let's try to figure this out before we get started. Alright, demand for this one is meat, wood, coal, people, passengers. The small farm here demands wheat. And then they supply passengers, 10 out of 15. They also supply meat if given it's manufacturing, so it gives, wheat equals meat. And over here, I guess, is just it's such a small city. I mean, really, there's nothing to it. There's basically a city hall, population 330. Can't click on these houses, and then we got the wheat field. So, yeah. Alright, let's do this. So, I don't know how long this video is going to take, but we're going to try to run through the tutorial here. Let's build the track. Alright, so start construction from existing joints. Left click. Stations have available joints. To leave the construction mode, escape or right click. So here's a joint. That's what this is right here. So it said left click. Start laying track from Baltimore in the direction of Piedmont. Wait, left click. I'm left clicking. Oh, there we go. So you just click it once and it automatically drags. I'm not actually holding anything down right now. So we obviously don't want a tunnel. I think that's what that is. I don't know what the grade is. It doesn't really show me the grade. Normal railroad games show you grade, so you can kind of figure out how elevated you are. Okay, there's already a station here. So the station turns, looks like. We want to do the cheapest, I would imagine. How much money do we have? Oh boy, it's blocked. No, it isn't. It's over on the left. Top left says 99,000. We got plenty of money. Alright, length 500 miles, segment 1. Soil, I'm not going to run through all this, but basically total cost is 32,000 for this. Let's see if we can get it any cheaper. 32,000 again. 32, yeah. It's varying by about 100 bucks. So the straightest route would be better, I'm sure. So I'm using Q and E to rotate. So it's all 120 speed, so it must be pretty flat. So left click to set the point. Distance to surface, page up, page down. Looks like, let's try it real quick. I don't know what that's doing. I don't know. Alright, and right click or escape to end planning. So let's left click. That didn't do nothing. Left click again. Let's see. Left click to set the track point. Maybe I had to click on this actually. Something's going wrong. Not sure how this works, can't remember. And now I left click, no, it worked. Alright, no it didn't. I don't know. Oh, haha, wasn't reading. It says railroad segment is too long. Alright, so let's go back here a little ways. Let's try to make it a nice curve. So 24,000. Alright, that's built, and then there, that's built. Alright, do we want to confirm that? We got resume, undo, cancel, and confirm. That's kind of neat. It's kind of neat feature that allows you to confirm it before you place it. I like that. Alright, we built it. So railroad construction mode. Press escape. Click right mouse button to leave railroad construction mode. And start the next objective, which is transportation. So over here it says start railroad construction from existing left. Stations have points. Leave is escape or right click. So we'll right click. Alright, so locomotive purchase. To transport grain, obviously that's what we want to do, via the new railroad and finish next objective, you'll need to buy a locomotive. So it looks like this symbol, which is right over here beside the track. Hotkey for that is L. Alright, now understanding what this locomotive is called, it's called Best Friend. Never heard of that. Maybe it's not real. I don't know. There's the stats on it. Let's see, anything important here? Huh. So looks like there's a mileage limit. Maybe the thing breaks down at that point or something. So the mileage limit is 10,000 miles. Max age, there's an age as well, 2,000 days. So maybe it breaks down at that point. I'm not sure how this works. I haven't really gone that far, I don't think. Like I said, I've only played multiplayer and that was on sandbox mode or something, so never really got into this game much. So let's check it out. So price is 14,000. That's fine. Alright, how does this work? Route settings. So click a few times on commodity icon with the green arrow to load cargo. Let's read this again. Click a few times on commodity icon with green arrow to load cargo in a city where cargo is produced. Then click on the same amount of times on the commodity icon with the red arrow to unload cargo where the cargo is consumed. Alright, so green's over here. Just an interesting way of doing this. Price per one is 800. I don't know if that's, I'm sure that's like making money. So like what I mean is price per one, how would I say this? You gain 800 bucks every time you do one of these. And then over here, this commodity is 3,000 per one. But, well, so I guess you sell it for 3,000. So maybe this is buying it for 800 and selling it for 3,000. I don't know if that works. We'll find out. So how many we got here? We can do up to 20. And we have 20 here. I don't know if it's cars. We'll find out. So one grain down here. Supposing that's a car, like a grain car. This is not a very powerful locomotive. The year is, what is the year? I don't see it, but it looks like a very ancient locomotive. So imagine we can't haul too much. It says up to 40 tons. Right over here, I think. And then 35 mile an hour max. So 40 tons. Here's our tons right here. So it can haul up to 40 tons. We have 13 tons. So let's add some more here. Alright, so that's it. We can only haul 3. That's 39 tons. Alright, and then 3 over here. Alright, now apply the active route and start the train. So apply down here. Train will go to Piedmont from Baltimore, looks like. Is there a way for me to start it in Piedmont? Train will go to Baltimore. Alright, so it looks like you can highlight. I don't know if this is the right button to push. Yeah, it is actually, yeah. That kind of sorts it out. So we want to go, the train will go to Baltimore from Piedmont. I imagine that's what it's trying to say. So it's been doing nothing for 30 days. It's 1835, by the way. Alright, who cares? Apply. Plenty of money, I would say. Alright, complete the grain delivery objective and get the next one. Transport 2 carriages of grain from Piedmont to the small farm in Baltimore. Alright, so we are flying here. Where's my game speed? Yeah, that's not it. That's not it. So that's the slowest speed. So it's right up here hidden behind my little live feed here. I am broadcasting live on Steam. I don't broadcast live anywhere else. But, yeah. So 365 for coal. Let's see if this thing loads up here and takes off with some grain. The tractor's out there running, producing grain. 800, 800, 800 for our 3 grain cars. Train's on a roll. So it doesn't tell me anything, no objectives right now. Let's see what we can do with the train. So we can get some like little camera views or anything with it. Now let's see. So we can track it by doing that. Doesn't look like we can get inside of it. Let's see. Buy a new locomotive and set the same route. No, we don't want to do that. Schedule locomotive replacement. No. Scrap. No. Note. Add a note and color tag. Let's see what that does. So this is grain. Let's do this color. And let's call it grain. Alright, it's called grain now. That's the little note right up here. And it's color coded. Supposedly. So let's see. Specs. Show locomotive specs. Locomotive reports. Incoming expense transaction summary. Can be tracked by clicking quarterly reports as well as locomotive lifetime reports. And the route. Show train schedule. That's what we were just on. Alright, so we're cruising. We're only going 7 miles an hour because we're full, I imagine. We're gonna make some pretty good money on this though. So locomotive condition is going down really quickly. It's already been 66 days the locomotive's been in operation out of 2,000. It is 500 and looks like it's going up by 2 miles an hour, or not 2 miles an hour, 2 miles every second. No, a little bit faster in a second. Every second and a half is every 2 miles. So, pretty cool so far here. I don't know what this line is. I mean, it obviously shows the direction the train's going, but I really don't like that. It's kind of annoying. There's a way to turn that off. Push exit. Alright. We'll click on this again. That's the track. Click on the train. Oh, here's the train. Alright. There we go. Good money. Alright. Complete last 2 objectives. Then you can finish the tutorial and apply for a job in real railroad corporation. So, I want to thank you all for watching, subscribing, liking, leaving comments, and hitting the bell for notifications. Your feedback is very helpful, so leave me a comment about what you want to see in upcoming videos. If you want to see the same thing I played previously, like I'm going to do another episode, let me know about that in the comments. If you have constructive criticism, leave me a comment about that. All your feedback is very appreciated. So, let's do the last 2 objectives here. For some reason our train's not making any money. Alright, let's close this. Anyways, pause is spacebar. Is it pause? Yes. Alright. Anyways, wood supply contract. We have signed a contract for wood delivery to Comberland. Pay attention to unload goods to the correct contract storage depot in Comberland sawmill, marked with contract signed, which is this. If you unload goods to the wrong depot, the contract will not be fulfilled. I'm not 100% sure how much wood to deliver, but it says supply wood, so let's try to figure that out. Space bar here for pause, since we know what that is now. Yeah. So it looks like here's the next mission objectives. So passenger transportation, transport 3 passengers, wood supply contract, 2 delivered wood. So those are the 2 last objectives. So let's try to find Comberland. It's a really tiny map, which is cool. There's Comberland. That'll also suffice passengers. There's no passengers down here, no supply or demand for passengers in Piedmont. Just a grain place, basically. Just a tiny little town. So Comberland's pretty big, I'm sure. Let's say the city hall here if I can find it. Alright, so City Hall says there is 8,500 people here. Pretty big city. Demand meat, demand logs, demand coal. Not logs, actually, that's lumber. Demand passengers. And they supply passengers. They have a sawmill which demands wood. So, the wood mill. Looks like it's right up here. Not wood mill, but logging camp. It's right there. Only problem about this is it's over top of the mountains. Well, not over top, but it's on the other side of the mountains. So you would have to either go around or dig a tunnel. Usually tunnels in games like this is very expensive and not worth your time, unless you have tons of money, and we don't. So best bet would be to go around. It was pretty expensive. It was like $30,000 to go from here to here, and that was with the station already built. And I think the stations are not built in these other towns. Yeah, there's no station there, and I don't think there's a station here. No. So it'll cost us a lot of money to get across here. So the best bet is to try to build a station and get some more passengers, and also keep running grain. Sounds like the best bet. And when we run passengers here, we'll also be able to run meat, because now we're producing meat here. If I understand that correctly. Yeah, we got 2 meat here. Alright, so let's try to figure this out. Let's hit the space bar for more money. Keep the game running. Let's try to figure out stations. So what is this? List of buildings? No. Railroad lane? No. Buy locomotive? No. Demolish. Is it road direction? Game menu. Well, I don't see the station button. How to build a station. Population. Can't click on this. Locomotive. Stations have joints, so we know that. How do we get another station? Maybe I have to click on this. Let's try this. No. Not that either. So sorry this game's so quiet. I imagine it would be louder. Like with like bird sounds and stuff. I guess I have to get closer. There we go. Here's some ambient sounds. So list of trains owned by your company. List of buildings. All buildings, stations. Huh. Yeah, guys, I don't know how to build a station. Office. Oh well. How do we build a station? Well, it did say joints are located in stations. So maybe, just maybe, we build a start a track lane here and go to here, and it may automatically build a station. Possibility. Let's try it out, I guess. So here's the joint. Another joint over here. Let's see what happens if we do this. Probably will move the town around. That's usually what these kind of games do. So our train only goes 35 max, so probably with like 1 car or no cars. So 55 is definitely a good speed, so no big deal. So I think we'll do that. Yes, it does build a station. It's only 26,000 too, so stations are free. Ah, station's 5,000 actually. Not free, but super cheap. Alright, 26,000, we got the money for that. Let's do it. Have a good route. Double checking here. Looks good. Let's confirm, see what happens. So yes, it did move the town around. These houses moved over here from over here. The roads got discombobulated, but whatever. Alright, so we built it. Let's get some passengers running here. So question is, new train or same train? I say new train if we got the money. Extra trains. That's only 14. Yeah, we got the money. We actually buy 2 trains almost. Now we could, for sure. Play with the money here. Now what is this right here? Oh, I think that was the train refueling, I imagine. This right here is the business producing meat. Alright, we need to buy 2 trains. One meat and one passengers. Well, let's just do one at a time, I guess. Alright, add a station. So we have to do that first. We didn't do that before, but do that first here. So, Baltimore. Add a station, Comberland. Alright. And load. I didn't have to do this before. I don't know what I did different. I think it was already set up or something. So anyways, choose what cargo to load onto the train at Comberland. No. We want to start in Baltimore. Alright, train will go to Baltimore. Alright, starts in Baltimore. We will load passengers. We need 40 tons max. So we can hold 3. Load here. I'm not understanding this. I'm not understanding why it was so easy before. Maybe I'm not figuring this out. Let's click on this. Click here. So let's see if we can click on passengers like we did before. And then over here, demands passengers. Alright, well it's kind of automatic. Pick up passengers. And then drop them off. Alright. So pick up, drop off, pick up, drop off. Yeah, kind of the same thing we were just doing, but you could do it all in this screen without having to move to different cities. But I do like the idea of having it right here in front of us, like on a HUD. Alright. Train will go to Baltimore. Let's apply it. Check it out, see if it works. Alright, so train having a free track is a thing on this game, if I remember correctly. So what that means is we gotta make switch tracks if we want another train to run on the same track, which we do, because we want to have a meat train, because this place demands meat, and we're producing meat here. We got 3 waiting. So let's try to figure this out. Switch track. How to do that. So here's tracks. You can only do it at joints. You may be able to put a joint here on the track. I imagine you could. But since we're here, let's put it right there. Cool. There's our switch. We can do a long switch, or we can do a short switch. 12 miles an hour. Let's try to do it about half the speed of full speed. So full speed's 35, half would be 17. Oh no. 35, I think. Oh man, my brain's not working. 15. Yeah, 17. Yeah, 17's right. Alright, so 17 mile an hour. And then bring it down here a ways. The train is how long? It's only that long, so a meat train won't be any longer. So let's go there. And bring it back in at 17. Alright, confirm. Alright, how much do we make on passengers? Oh man, I missed it. Alright, well we made pretty good money. We're already up to 26,000 again. And we were down to 19, and this train came in and that train came in both. So that was probably including the expenses of it. Now, question I have is signals a thing on this game? Actually, I think it is, but there's a way to do it here. So change direction. So I think this is how you do it. Let's have right going right, or straight, and right on this side going straight that way. So let's try to do this. So right like that, and right like that. So that should be the switch. So the way this should work is while the train's leaving here, and eventually shows up here, it will get into this area, wait for the next train to come by, and take off again. So I hope that works. Not the best way to do it. The best possible way is to obviously make double tracks. I don't know if that's a thing on this game, but I imagine it is. So let's build the next train. We have the money to do it. Alright, this is our meat train. So you're almost out of money. Luckily, the city has a huge budget to achieve your goal. 100,000 added to your balance. Use it wisely. Alright, we don't need it. I mean, we aren't going to run out of money. We're making money. But, whatever. Add stations. So we want to have Baltimore. And Comberland. At Baltimore, let's zoom out here. So it looks like passengers makes us 1,000. The other one makes us 3,000. So passenger transportation has been completed. Is our objective. We'll check that out here in a minute. Alright. Well, I don't know how often this train comes in. It's very slow. So I'm just going to take one car at a time for starters and see if that meets the supply and demand ratio. I don't know if it will. Well, hopefully it'll be alright. So we want to, here in Baltimore, we want to pick up meat. And here we want to sell meat. That's how it works. Try it out. See if that covers our expenses. Hopefully it does. So this train's going to be a ton faster, obviously, because it only has one car, compared to this train here. Let's see what happens here. Yep, he's going to wait. So he is waiting for a free route, which is good. So I have a signal there. So there's actually one there. There's a signal. It's kind of right there. You can't really see it. I don't get the view very well there. I wish I could get rid of this. Actually, push close. There we go. Oh, no, that's not it. Here it is. Alright, there we go. You see it better. So that should make this guy take off. Yes. Alright, now the passenger train is going to load up and wait for this guy to come in. Then the passenger train's going to take off, you know, try to figure that out. So the grain train's making money. We are actually making $800 bucks. I don't know if it's a month or a year or a quarter or what it is, I don't know. Let's actually color code these again like we did the other ones. So this is passengers. Well, personally I always like to do blue as passengers. So let's call it a passenger. And this one, oh, we didn't check how much price we got on the meat. That's alright. We'll find out later. This one here, let's do this. And meat, that'd be red. Do meat. Alright, cool. He's coming in here. As soon as he gets past this mark here, this guy should take off. Oh, here he comes already. I guess he doesn't have to wait. He knows that there's a switch, so he's gonna fly. Alright. Cool. It's all working. Let's go make some cash. So for the sake of the video, the time limit, or not time limit, but how long the video wants to be, probably speed things up here, make some extra cash quickly. So let's hit the fast button. I don't know what that is. Is there a... Yeah, there's no button. Alright. Let's watch how much we make on the meat this time. This is train 2, this is passengers, so not this one. Okay, Baltimore no longer demands coal. Huh, strange. Don't know why. So here comes our meat. Let's see if we make anything on it now. It says we're losing 15 grand. How much do we have on hand? We have 0, yeah. So hopefully we'll make some more here. Is he empty is the question. Check that. No, he has 16 tons. So he made 7 grand on meat. Wow, that's really nice. That's good money. He's almost making money now. Not making money, but he's half of his budget already accounted for. That's great. So what happens here when they get some grain? Let the cows move around. And now they're done. So, how much meat did we get? We got 3 meat out of the deal. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio, looks like. We get 1 grain equals 1 meat. Cool. I think it's a pretty good ratio that we got going on here. About 1 meat car for every 3 grain cars that come in. One thing I don't like is those little arrows. I'm sure I can figure out which way trains are going. So I need those little arrows, but whatever. So to make this a little smoother, we could actually put another switch track right in here. Okay, well we have maybe enough money to complete the objectives. Let's check those out. So wood supply contract. Is there a time limit on it? No. Not as far as I understand. Anyways, 2 deliveries of wood. Pretty sure that was a sawmill. Yeah, this one here. From Frederick. Let's go click on that. Yeah, right there. That's what I thought. Yep. Alright. So let's get this done. Let's just find out how much it is across the mountain. Or not across the mountain, but across like a tunnel wise. Let's try to figure this out here. Then with our spacebar to pause it. Alright, so let's head out of here. Take a curve at about 60 is fine. Goes across here to there. Ah! Wow. So this game is super cheap on building costs. It's only 5,000 for the station, 4,000 for the tunnel, and 35,000 total cost. We could have done this ages ago. Alright, no big deal. So let's build it. Alright, we will conclude this video as soon as we successfully complete our objectives. We're on our last objective. Let's click on that. Let's build another locomotive, island locomotive. Let's see, add stations. We want Comberland. And we want Frederick. Alright. So, let's see. Add... how many logs can we supply? We have 20. How much tonnage? Ooh, too heavy. Alright, we can only do 2. Alright. 2 going from there to here and drop them off for money. Contract. Money as well. Alright, jump off 2. Apply that. Away we go. So the question is, where's the train at? Try to zoom in here and figure this out. So is he all the way back here? Train 4. Yeah. Okay, so this is the thing on this game. It looks like where your headquarters are, which is right here, Baltimore Railroads. That's where all the trains originate from. So, didn't know that. So he has to wait here for this guy. No big deal. Let's change this just for the sake of remembering how to do this. Let's do green. Is this green? Looks like green. Maybe this is green. No, I think that's green. I'm partially colorblind, so I apologize. Looks like green. Anyways, this is green is wood. Actually, let's do logs. Alright. Got everything nicely color coded and what do you call it? Labeled. So train 4. Ooh, we got a problem here. Oh, maybe not. Alright, kill crew's on, this guy crew's on. Alright. Train 4's on the way. Let's watch train 4. This is our final objective. So I hope you all enjoyed watching. We'll have this done here in just a second, I think. Next episode, or next video, we will probably continue our career or our campaign. and try to accomplish the next scenario. If you haven't hit the like button yet, don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to see more gameplay content like this, hit the bell for notifications to see upcoming videos. So this should finalize it right here. When he grabs his 2 cars of wood. Zoom out here real quick. So logs. He's reloading. He's reloaded with coal. $1,000 for each log car. So buying the materials is a thing on this game, looks like. So they're producing more logs over. That's kind of cool. Chop a tree down, the log pulls in. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. So it's kind of happening with the animation. Looks like you have to buy your goods and then sell your goods, which is kind of cool. I've never really seen that on a railroad game like this. Usually you just pick up the goods and deliver the goods, so kind of cool. There's our log train. He's cruising along. Getting plenty of money. Our meat train is not profitable yet. It may never be profitable because we're not actually producing enough, and I imagine the reason for that is because there's just not enough how do I say this? There's just not enough the reason why we weren't making any more meat was because we didn't have enough grain. We couldn't haul enough on that small engine. We only haul 3 at a time, so if we had better engines, we could do better. Alright, so we'll conclude this video here in just a second. You are now eligible to apply for your first job. During the beginning of your tenure? I don't know what that word even means. I'm not that smart. Anyways, you can transport goods. Set up a railway routes, research new technologies, and research laboratory. Later, if you have proven to be good at your job, you can expand your responsibilities by managing the human resources department, as well as lobbying department. You'll also have to make decisions about what industrial real estate to acquire. Furthermore, you'll manage a company's loan portfolio, issue corporate bonds, acquire loans if necessary. You can invest all the invaluable experience in perfecting your managerial, weird word there, don't understand that either. Basically manager skills, I think. If you want to own your own business one day, this is the absolute must. Alright, so I'm going to push continue here. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm sure we can save it here somewhere. Alright, well, it doesn't look like it, so we will just quit right here. Hopefully we don't have to play the tutorial again. If I do, then I'll just replay it and we'll start the video up next time right here. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you next time.